Okay, so naturally I'll press everything he's got. How can you say that for certain? A very good question, sir. And the answer is this. As the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all his policemen of our sworn duty. He showed us that before, didn't he? Did he? I can't say I remember. It popped up on the left. But we don't know what's actually in it. To patrol the streets of London town to uphold the peace of the common man is what the job's all about. That is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes admittedly, sir. I'd like to say I'm tired, that's why I'm yawning, but I don't know why I yawn when I do my Let's Plays. Oh, Roly, you're so manly. Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat. Oh, Roly. No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb? I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir. Yes, well. So could you answer the question? That was a waste of time, then. Absolutely, sir. I will answer to the fullest of my ability, sir. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. Before I get into that, sir, just one thing. Yes? I very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London bobbies and help you uphold our guiding principles. I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here. So to that end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your perusal. Don't you need that? I must warn you, you won't be able to get through without shedding a few tears. Thank you. I'll try. Okay, well, I guess we might as well look at that. I mean, it's new evidence. Might as well. Preserve the peace within his allotted beat. 20 miles around his beat every day. Yeah, we've heard of that, which is insane. Any crimes fall into the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman has to help out, basically. Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh, hold on.
Hold it!
By which you mean they don't open fully, is that correct? Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see, so they're restricted as to how much they open. And therefore anything thrown out of the window from inside the room. Bad yawning. Will simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map. Here is the location where the objects would have fallen. Yes, directly opposite the scene of the crime on the other side of the rather wide road. Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top pin casement thing before? Well, I have another question for you, Constable. And what will that be, sir? How do you even know? Why wouldn't you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house is furnished with? Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday. Oh, you're lovey-dovey over him saying that, I guess. Can you tell us about it? Do you have something to add, Mrs. Beate? Sorry? You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that? I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky. Lucky? What do you mean? Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Roly's beat. It was so close, you see. Oh, I hadn't realized. Oh yes, that's Street Briar Road. That's the boundary between Roly's beat and the next one. Is that right, my love? Wake up, dude. Constable Beate. Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Garrideb household yesterday. This is on my beat, you see, sir. There really was cutting it close then. Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. If the Garrideb household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well? Outside Mr. Garrideb's house? Yes, ma'am. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat. I see. I was unaware of that. Just think, if the one had been attached just on the other side of Briar Road, we would never have been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary. But that's the life of a Bobby after all. Extraordinary people are Bobbies. Tirelessly working for the benefit of old Londoners. Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Roly for all his hard work. Don't you think so, my darling? That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it. I lost my voicemail. Yeah, let's add that to the record. Leave it to me, Miss Narhardo. I'll take care of it immediately. Yeah, alright. And now it's my turn, I think. Yeah, so, what did you see it? Please tell me you saw it. But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already, and it was dark. Our Roly and I were strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for our lucky star. Sorry? The star that will guide us to eternal happiness. Can't it guide you to answer the question? A flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us. It would have lit up like a shooting star. And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Roly be an inspector, I would have said 3 times at least. Of course, all smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars. In short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you? Yes, sir, that is correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is solid, sir. It certainly seems like they're telling the truth. And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help. My trusty Roly was there to make sure nothing was disturbed. Yes, he said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer, is that right? That's right, yes. If it had been on Roly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course. Don't feel bad, my love. You can't expect it to know the location of every police box and every beat. So Roly told me the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way. Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. The terrible situation is bewitching to me. That's a weird sort of compliment. Oh, Patricia, you don't know your right from your left. That's so romantic. It's pretty much what that reads. It's pretty much what that reads as to me. Oh, Pat. Oh, Roly. Oh, please. Oh, brother. So I was gone for about 15 minutes. But like I said, my Roly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed. I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bob is never really off duty, sir. Okay.
Hold it!
Alright. Nothing to report. That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time, never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honor, sir. Really? That seems a little strange. Beg your pardon, sir? Strange, sir? Seems altogether regular to me. This burnt copy Lion's Pride was originally in the Garrideb household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time? Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that has happened to be burnt as well? Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder. Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene. Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them. Oh, wait. Can I ask you something? Please, Mr. Lawyer, sir? Oh, yes, of course. What is it? You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell. What? I wasn't really... I mean, what's she doing? Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable. We're not doing that? I mean, we dealt with two women so far who have had doubtful testimonies, and it turned out they were the killers. But, you might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am. I really don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you. No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you? Yes, Mrs. Beate, I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one. That was a very loud mutter. I heard that! That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he? Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Roly won't. Duly noted, Mrs. Beate. Please, I humbly ask you to continue. What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder? I know what I saw. Since the direction's a little off sometimes.
Hold it!
Mrs. Beate, nobody is questioning what you've told us. I saw what I did that evening. I saw it clearly. The little man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene. Huh. And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky. All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction? Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Roly. He gets ever so cross. Hey. Well, game, don't hang up. Don't hang like that.
Excuse me.
Hey, you want... Why are you reacting? Constable Beate, is there a problem? No, sir. No problem, sir. Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps? Oh, well, anyway, sir, yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening as all. You mean Mrs. Beate lost her way? On the night of the incident? Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police spot and then speak over from mine. But she was gone a fair bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes. My darling's gone in a good 15. Oh, Roly, you're such a tease. Well, the reason I was gone so long is because of the bouquet, silly. The bouquet? Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about? That was a present for our wedding anniversary. Roly's so romantic. He's saved up for it with farthings and... pennies? I don't know. He found it in the gutter while doing his rounds. Yes, how romantic. I've forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling? Ah! Oh, yes. But that was just between us. Don't talk about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise. This isn't... Is it just me, or does this reaction seem a little... off? Really? Oh. What was that all about? Yeah. Constable Beate looked very obviously troubled during that exchange. I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Miss Beate about the bouquet. Mrs. Beate, this bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please. Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to. What happened was, I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
Hold it!
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime? Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw this woman with a knife in her back, I was so shocked, I dropped the bouquet Roly gave me. It was in a dark spot with the streetlights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first. And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on? Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but funny thing is, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all. Really? In case you need reminding of this beat, the victim is not deceased. I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road. Your husband, presumably. That's right. Silly me. I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although I'm going to blame the bouquet this time, I can't think how it got there. I really can't. So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of the Bri Road to the opposite. Curious indeed. Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Roly bought me. With that shame for the girl he spent so long collecting. By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this solitary rose? Oh, yes, that's it. That's the bouquet Roly bought for me for our anniversary. With all bits of change he found in the gutter. Maybe let's call it a rose. Tell us, Lord Van Zeets, where did you come by the flower? According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garrideb household. In front of the Garrideb's house? Although it wasn't noticed until the morning as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Can I have it back now, please? No, I think for good measure, this road should be added to the court record as evidence. Yeah. And suddenly, the wheels start to turn in my head. Oh. Sorry. The shock of seeing the stabbed victim caused Mrs. Beate to drop the rose where she stood. But it's a symbol of her love. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back. Good grief, rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget, Mrs. Beate. Whoops. I mean, I guess I can investigate the rose, but I don't think I really need to do that. Dropped it where she stood. Can I look at this again? I went to pick it up. Okay. I have some thoughts. Hold on. To make sure nothing was disturbed, huh?
Objection!
Oh, that's not the right one. I have one left. Oh. Oh no. I have one left. Dang it. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, someone else has been hiding something from us as well. I'm starting to think that too. I think may already be on everything I need to strike a decisive blow here. Oh yeah, I just gotta know where to present the evidence.
Objection.
Okay, that's the thing. There we go. You claim, Constable Beate, that there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes regarding the scene, but that cannot be. What do you mean to say? In your testimony just now, Mrs. Beate, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime with the policeman assigned to that beat, the bouquet you had dropped at the victim's side, at the victim's side, he says, was no longer anywhere nearby.
Objection.
Yes, on the opposite side of Briar Road to where the victim was attacked. But considering the size of that meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described, no doubt it's blown in the wind across the street, back into the gutter where it belongs.
Meager.
But if that were the case, why did Constable Beate not testify to the fact? No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. Constable Beate swore to that on Scotland Yard's honor. But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. That's I really didn't mention it, I'm sure. You sure? No, because sadly it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. More than one thing in this case is mysteriously the wrong way around. What are you talking about? Think about it. Besides Mrs. Beate's bouquet, there's Mr. Garrideb's book. Mr. Garrideb's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out the window by his wife, would have struck the pane of the casement window and landed here on the west side of the street. And yet, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Mrs. Beate's bouquet should have been dropped here at the scene of the crime on the east side of the street. But in fact, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road in front of Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house. There's no logical explanation for those things, unless somebody deliberately moved them. What are you trying to say? The way you're talking sounds like you think my Roly's done something wrong. About that, I'm starting to go in that direction. Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says? We're talking on about books and bouquets. Why should we care? It's nitpicking, that's what it is. Oh good, Mrs. Garrideb's come round. You might call it nitpicking, Mrs. Garrideb. But deliberately meddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called, tampering, Mr. Naruhodo. But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it, for a very subtle but compelling reason.
Objection.
Tampering? You've barely heard the term before. Tell us, my learned friend, who would possibly have had cause to carry out such an elaborate deception. Yes, there is someone who tampered with the scene of the crime that evening. All the evidence, all the testimony points to that one particular person. I think I know who. And let's just say he's probably gonna be fired. That's yet that you know what? That marks yet another witness who's probably gonna get fired. First here. Well, no. First in the last case. Although who knows about those guys? I mean, Bruce Fairplay doesn't seem to have been fired, and who knows about the other dude? Counsel, we must demand you substantiate this conjecture. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering with the scene of the crime?
Take that!
You are. Buddy, you're about to be fired. You're in big trouble. Obviously, there's only one person it could have been. Constable Roly Beate, it was you. What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard? What nonsense, why would my Roly do something like that? This one straight at my husband. No Bobby works more tirelessly for the people of London. Mrs. Beate, you said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police spot to fetch the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it. You're making it up, it's all nonsense, it's all lies! What about that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him. He did it. If that was true, Constable Beate would have seen him do it. Oh. And forgive me pointing it out, but when you dropped your bouquet, Mrs. Beate, it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Well. First you make accusations about the landlord and his wife, and now you incriminate a policeman as well. But your accusations lack one very important thing. You claim the crime scene was tampered with. But there's only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime. To hide something. That's right, he's right. But my husband and I just happened to be there, that's all. So why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense. You've offered no motive for this alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats. I may already know an answer for that. Constable Beate had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. That's the key to this entire affair. Snarharder, have you managed to solve this mystery? Constable, you made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. With that stark warning in mind, you will now explain to the court the motive for this alleged tampering. Yes, my lord. Let's do it. Let me take a sip first. Okay. Constable Beate's motive for tampering with the crime scene was to hide where the victim fell. Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this Bobby had to cover up at all costs. What? Where the victim fell? You mean where she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Briar Road. We saw it happen, remember? It's right here, as if anyone didn't already know. That's certainly what everybody has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all. What? What? Oh yeah. I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Counsel. If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponi's friend. Where are you proposing that the crime actually took place that evening? The other side of the road.
Take that!
The bouquet proves it. But that's on the opposite side of the road? I don't understand. On the evening in question, Mr. Garrideb's book fell directly down from the open window above, and your bouquet, Miss Beate, never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself. Ooh, that was weird. Getting hung for a minute there. And weird audio.
Objection!
Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. But these witnesses both saw the moment the attack took place. That's right! I saw it with my own eyes! It was 5 o'clock in the evening and already dark. There was the typical London fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road. No, that's not true. It can't have been. Constable Beate then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in this print. The victim herself, the 4 books, he moved everything in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road. Extraordinary. But the constable overlooked one thing. What? What did he overlook? The bouquet, I presume. Exactly. The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Van Ziet said it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. Yes, it couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously. Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road. And that is the defense's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond, Constable Roly Beate? You've been pretty silent. Well, I'm very sorry. I mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important? Oh, Roly. It isn't true, is it? What that lawyer says all lies, isn't it? I know it is because you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know. I had a dream. A terrible dream. All the things I did that night. Everything come out. Everything exposed. Here we go. Only, it seems it wasn't a dream at all. Good golly! So, hold on. What on earth is the meaning of all this? Oh, Roly, why would you do something like this? Moving your corpse is a criminal offense, isn't it? She's not dead. You know she's not dead, right? Mission the victim dead should be one too. Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London town. I can't say, sir. What? I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation, for everything. I have a possible explanation. I think it was already presented to us before. Shouldn't have given that to us. For why on that particular evening, Constable Beate felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason. What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presuming to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman. And yet, Lord Van Ziet, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far. I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please. Yes, my lord. Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence. At once, my lord. England, Japan. Makes no difference where you come from, human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions. Yeah. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. And when they're discovered on his beat, he has to help out. He moved the crime scene to someone else's beat.
Take that!
I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan, which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example. Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt the young Bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly. But for Constable Beate, the day in question was special. Special? How? On account of this bouquet, my lord. Oh yes! It was our very first wedding anniversary! Constable Beate had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife, and was so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal, when he and Mrs. Beate stumbled upon a crime along Briar Road. When he's... I don't know who's speaking here. I'm gonna say... It's Lord Van Zates, because I can do more of his voice. When he saw that shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement in front of them, what must have gone through the man's mind? But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. B puts up with a lot being married to a Bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. This is the warrant card that Constable Beate offered to lend to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Aha! Constable Beate. Is that, or is that not, the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day? Yes. Everything you said. It's alright. So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat. Oh! And here his wife was being like, oh, it was so lucky that it happened to fall just outside his beat. Just outside of his little jurisdiction. Oh, but that was not to be. Exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurred on Constable Beate's beat. Good gracious! Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you have done? It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Wait, no, that's his wife. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere. As I ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. We got to report to the station as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Why here? Why does this have to happen here? What? My voice frame is getting weird. And why tonight of all nights? Why? Man. It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so I told Pat she had to go to the nearest police spot and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. This is the next beat to mine, Pat. So you have to go to the police spot that covers it. Turn right in Meerschaum Street and then... and so on and so forth. God. That's gotta suck. On your wedding anniversary, a crime happens and you have to do your job and be like, well, can't have your anniversary, can you? That is, yeah, fate wanted to kick you in the ass that day. Well, it's coming back to bite you. Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Constable. I just wanted, just that one night, to take my Patricia out for dinner. Oh, Roly. Just that one night. You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring beat's care. You see, I thought... Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see. I beg your pardon? Oh, of course he did. Otherwise, my Roly would never have let the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement. Ah, I see your meaning now. But God got me back from my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat. Oh no, Roly, that was all my fault. I should never have dropped in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Roly. And can you tell us, Constable? How many boats did you move from one side of the road to the other in total? Hmm? Oh, 4 was. Yes, sir. Definitely 4. 2 of them dropped by Miss Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Garrideb household, of course. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean. Oh, well, sir. That's because that's how I found it. How you found it? What do you mean? When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. You're sure it's this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding? Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir. Interesting. Yes, it is interesting. I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only the 2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it, I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it all over the road would make a jolt of difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it. Yeah. My lord. Yes, Lord Van Zieks? I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses. Constable, you may withdraw. Yes, sir. Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Roly? What will happen to him? For now, you're free to go home. The police will contact you in due course. Please, don't punish my husband. This is all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late. Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired. Alright then, my love. One last thing, Constable. Sir? Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you. Yes, sir. Carve that lesson in your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime. Never again, sir? You mean to say... Leave now. This trial is not yet over. Van Zieks, you have... a bit of mercy, do ya? Sir... Well, bye-bye, you two. And all of that has established something quite important, I think. One quite starts in revelation, I must say. Whoever thought of a third party transplanted the entire scene of a crime like that? Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused Mr. Sorseki Natsume is the only person who could have committed this crime.
Objection.
No. No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back. Forgive me being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already. Lord Van Zieks, is this true? Very well. Name the person if you will, and a further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing. Alright. Let's do it. Now you're getting out here. The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord. Once again? My assistants made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garrideb. Me? Me? Oh, dearie me!
Objection!
That request has already been denied.
Objection!
But the situation is very different now. Mrs. Garrideb, answer me this. What do you want now, you little toad? At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. John Garrideb. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited, and to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road. Well, what of it? You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open top-hinged casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident. Yes, and as I said, what of it? During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you lay your hands on. So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garrideb. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before? Ah. Well, I don't recall it. Seriously? Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? Anyway, the man over there in all that regalia said members of the jury needn't testify, did he? Conveniently, yes.
Objection!
Oh? No, I have no recollection of her saying that at all. Juror number 4. Oh! Make no mistake, you jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. But this is a common garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. You have someone like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know? What's that? Are you joking? What are you saying, please, Mrs. Garrideb? Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife if that's what you think. Come along now. Chop chop. Do your worst. Well, Miss Naruto? Oh boy. If I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already. Then take the stand, juror. Oh. The prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman. Thank you, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm going to have to testify? Juror number 4, as I'm sure you appreciate, having observed with your own eyes today, witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware. Oh, dearie me! So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garrideb. Mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels? Certainly, my lord. Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord. Oh boy. This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. I'm here, in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer! No kidding. Witness, state your name and occupation. Oh, yes, my name is Joan Garrideb, and I'm a juror, and such like. It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore. Courts decide your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam? Yes, my lord. You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth. Oh dearie me. I did wonder if he'd show up. What was his voice again? Chip Jody? Nothing to worry about now. Hey. Oh, I didn't know you were here, John. So he's gonna testify too. It was only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Well, I think I ought to testify as well, don't you? But what about your knee, dear? Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. Oh, that's all chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone. Oh, John. I presume you're Mr. John Garrideb? Yes, sir. For second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fusiliers? Sir. See my first share of action, now living the quiet life, as it were. The quiet life? Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question? Well, yes. Quite. I believe this may represent the first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question. Sir, at once. Yeah, and, oh, you know what? I'll let them make their testimony first, and then we will stop. Yes, all the day you referred to, the wife and I did have a bit of skirmish. I recall the reason now. Got the candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Turned out, though, I got the window open. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him. Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I noticed 1 or 2 were missing, I'm afraid. But that bally thing in the victim's back really was one of ours. We'll have a job proving it all, I think. We'll certainly try next time, though. It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening. Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems. Let me call some up, sir. I had no choice but to dig in and take the defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, I've heard such as myself. There's only too aware that on every battlefield, there's a gnat's whisker from death at any moment. Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here? Well, you know, as the song goes, love is a battlefield. Well, I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife. In combat, one's focus now is such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end. Van Zietz may well be right. Well, whatever the chances, we only have this last cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I'm afraid so. Bureau Counsel, begin your cross-examination. And the next part, actually. So, next time, for what is possibly the last cross-examination, I don't know, of Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb to finally find the truth of what happened that night. Alright? I will see you guys in the next part. Take care, everybody.